Hello. I don't know if I'm live yet. I'm still trying to figure out how this works. Oh, yes. I am live. Well, that's embarrassing. I have a question. Is the quality of the video better? I think last time the quality was not that good. I'll say hi to everybody in a second. Good. Okay, that's what I like to hear. Good, good, good. Let me say hi. Let's see. We got Fanny France, DL Register, Sydney, M Cool, Adele, Santa, Horse Rider, Eugenio, Mohammed, Vitor. Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad that you joined me today. Uh, Everything was good. Good. Edwige says, "You look handsome." Jose, perfect. Great. That's what I like to hear. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad that you joined me. I know maybe you're busy. I wonder what time it is. I want to know what country you are in and what time it is. What country are you in and what time it is? That's what I would like to know. I'm watching on YouTube here. Good to be back. Good to be back. You are younger. Shaved. Canada. Very good. Canada. What time? Canada. Hi. Hi, Osama. Canada 3:48. Aha. So you're on the eastern part. Hungary 9:49 p.m. Egypt. Egypt about the same time. Brazil 6:48 in the evening, almost 7 p.m. The UK 8:48 in the evening. Mexico almost 2 o'clock. An hour behind me. Brazil 5:48, Greece 10:48, Portugal 8:48, 9:48, France 9:47, Morocco 9 o'clock, Dominican Republic 4:48, India it's 200. What do you mean 200? Is that like 8 o'clock? I think. Virginia. Oh, I like Virginia. 3:48. Poland. We're all over the world. This is exciting. Very cool. Let me get my Periscope going. It's midnight in Baku. Baku, that's... I know. Is it Kazakhstan? No. Where is Baku? I know Baku. Is it Kazakhstan? 10:50. Oh, we're all over the map here. Hold on a second. Where's Periscope? Too many buttons on my damn phone. I'm still looking for Baku. Do you have DDM class this evening? I don't have a live class, but I think one of Azerbaijan. Yeah, that's what it is. Azerbaijan. Thank you. I don't have a live class this evening. My next live class is for DDM. I have DDM Elite on Friday, and on Saturday we have DDM Live. So we will have it there. That was Sydney. He's a DDM student. He's a rock star. LME Live. Go live. Okay, good. And I need to flip this. So we're on Twitter now too. I don't know how to change it. There we go. Now it's changed. Excellent. Welcome, everybody. I'm really happy that you joined me. Once again, this is the Let's Master English podcast. We're doing the live sections. So the podcast has several sections, and news we do here, and also some Q&A we're going to do here. I got some people on Periscope. Hi, I'm here too. Eugenio's everywhere. Hail. Welcome. So today I've got a news story for you. The last few news stories were easy. The last two were easy. So this one might be a little bit more difficult. Maybe. I don't know. And then we're going to do some Q&A too. I've got 2 questions prepared. So later on, if you have a question, I might answer it. And this stuff will go into the Let's Master English podcast. Let's Master English podcast is number 59. Number 59. So we're pretty excited here. Say hi to Rio de Janeiro. Hi, Rio. How you doing, Rio? Rio de Janeiro. The entire city of Rio de Janeiro just got helloed from Coach Shane. Is that Michael? What an honor, Michael. We got lots of people here. First day on Periscope for Elisto Oliveira. Congratulations. Padu is here too. 15 people on Periscope. You rock. 38 people on YouTube. And enough chit-chat. Let's get down to business. Okay, so this is going to be our news story. What I'm going to do is read it quickly. So for the American listening, it would be easy, maybe interesting, hopefully interesting. But for many ESL students, it's going to be pretty tough, I'm guessing. I have some vocabulary words to discuss. I'll read it again. And then, like I said, we'll do a couple questions. So here we go. I need a pause so I can edit for my podcast. I need to make sure that my microphone is on, which it is not on. My goodness. I'm not wasting time. I'm getting used to all this stuff. I need to set my digital audio recorder up. Hold on a second. Good. Sounds good there. And now I'm set to go. So finally, here we go. Doomsday is nigh. Will the world end soon? It is expected that scientists will inch the infamous Doomsday Clock closer to midnight, signifying our progression to global annihilation. The clock is currently at 3 minutes to midnight. 0 hours means the end of humanity. Nuclear weapons were the main reason for our estimated demise, but now things like global warming, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence are also considered. To see if scientists do indeed think we are closer to the end, tune in live on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. GMT. Pretty easy. I'm waiting for some reaction here on Periscope and on YouTube. A sad story. Pretty hard. Wow. Yeah, I agree with all of those. Unpredictable crow. I always want to say unpredictable cow. Hi, Sydney's here too. What did you say? Yeah, it's tough. No, I understand. This is a pretty tough one here. So let me go ahead and read the story again. Doomsday is nigh. Will the world end soon? It is expected that scientists will inch the infamous Doomsday Clock closer to midnight, signifying our progression to global annihilation. The clock is currently at 3 minutes to midnight. 0 hours means the end of humanity. Nuclear weapons were the main reason for our estimated demise, but now things like global warming, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence are also considered. To see if scientists do indeed think we are closer to the end, tune in live on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. GMT. Yes, we have some tough words. Let me give you the difficult words first. I'll spell them. So if you have a pencil ready, go ahead and write it down. Doomsday. Doomsday. One more time. Doomsday. Doomsday. Nigh. Nigh. To inch. Inch, we're using it as a verb, inch. Infamous. 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 Signifying. 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 Progression. Progression. Not too bad. PROGRESSION. Annihilation. 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 Yeah, unpredictable crow is fast. One more time. Annihilation. ANNIHILATION. Humanity. Not too bad. HUMANITY. Demise. 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 I'll read those words one more time. Listen carefully. Doomsday. Nigh. To inch. Infamous. Signifying. Progression. Annihilation. Humanity. Demise. Now, the definitions I'll give you as I read it again. Let's go slowly from the title. Doomsday is nigh. Doomsday means the end of the world. The end of the world, doomsday, is nigh, N-I-G-H, close. The end of the world is close. That's what it means. Doomsday is nigh. The end of the world is close. Ooh, boy. Some people might be happy. I'm not. Now we start the story. Will the world end soon? That's the question. Will the world end soon? It is expected. People think, we don't know who these people are, but it is expected. People think, people assume something will happen. It is expected that scientists, really smart people, will inch the infamous doomsday clock closer to midnight. So there's this doomsday clock, and you can find it on the internet. And every year, the scientists adjust the clock. Midnight means the end of the world. And 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes to midnight, this is the idea. Now, right now, for 2016 up till now, the clock is at 3 minutes to midnight, or 11:57 p.m. So we're really close to the end of the world. So the question is, this year, 2017 is beginning. Will we stay the same, 3 minutes to midnight? Or will we get closer, 2 minutes to midnight, 1 minute to midnight? Oh my God. Or will we go back 5 minutes, 10 minutes to midnight? This is the question. So, are we closer to the end of the world? We're going to find out, because scientists are going to change the doomsday clock. And they're expected to inch. To inch means to move something a little bit. Actually, to inch means to move something 1 inch. 1 inch is a measurement. It's equal to about 2.54 centimeters. So scientists are expected to inch the clock a little bit, forward or backward, to midnight. Inch it closer to midnight. That means right now it's 3 minutes to midnight. They'll probably change it to 2 minutes till midnight, or maybe 1 minute till midnight. Oh no, that's not good. That's not world peace, right? World peace. Let me read the sentence again. It is expected, we believe, we assume, that scientists will inch The infamous Doomsday Clock. That clock is very famous, but it's not famous in a good way. It's famous in a bad way. It's the evil clock. It's the end of the world clock. It's the infamous Doomsday Clock. Scientists are expected to inch the infamous Doomsday Clock closer to midnight. Midnight, 0.00, 12 o'clock at night. Signifying. What does this mean? Signifying. To signify means to mean something, like a metaphor. This moving the clock closer to midnight means, signifies our humanity, all of us, mankind, usually the governments, our progression. We are advancing. We are moving towards something. What are we progressing to? What are we moving to? What are we advancing to? Global annihilation. Global, all over the world. Annihilation, destruction, death. Not a good thing. Pretty scary stuff. That sentence one more time. Listen. It is expected that scientists will inch the infamous Doomsday Clock closer to midnight, signifying our progression to global annihilation. The clock is currently at 3 minutes to midnight. I told you that. Right now, that big clock, the Doomsday Clock, is set to 3 minutes to midnight, 11:57. Right now, my clock on my computer is 2 minutes to 3, 2:58 p.m. in the afternoon, Chicago time. So the clock is currently at 3 minutes to midnight. 0 hours means the end of humanity. 0 hours signifies the end of humanity. The end of humanity, annihilation, death, the end of the world. 0 hours, yeah. So that's called military time. So 1 in the morning is 0100. 2 in the morning is 0200. 11 in the morning, 1100. Lunchtime, 1200. 1 p.m., 1300. 6 p.m., 1800. 11 p.m., 2300. 11:57 p.m., 23:57. Midnight, 12 a.m., 0 hours. Okay? Next sentence. Nuclear weapons were the main reason for our estimated demise. So in the past, since World War II, scientists used this clock and really studied nuclear power. Who has the most nuclear weapons? How is their relationship? If their relationship is not good, then the end of the world is closer. So nuclear weapons were the focus because nothing else can really kill all of humanity, but nuclear weapons could. So in the past, nuclear weapons were the main reason, the big reason for our estimated, they're just guessing, demise, death, destruction, annihilation. So when scientists were guessing, well, we're pretty close to death. Why? Because of all these nuclear weapons. So nuclear weapons were the main reason for our estimated demise. But now things like global warming. I think everybody knows global warming, climate change. Biotechnology. Yes. Biology, technology. So that means like taking bacteria, taking viruses, creating something in the science laboratory, and if it escapes, many, many people could die. Scary. Biotechnology and artificial intelligence, AI. Like, what if we make a robot that's really smart, and then the robot gets smarter and smarter, and the robot gets so smart that it actually doesn't need humans. It thinks it doesn't need humans, and then it kills humans. So, before it was only nuclear weapons that they really watched, but now they've changed. Nuclear weapons, global warming, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence are also considered. Those things are also measured when looking at the safety of the world. So, what's going to happen? To see if scientists do indeed, really do, actually do think we are closer to the end, annihilation, tune in live. Watch something live on TV, live on Twitter, live on the internet, live on the radio. Tune in live. Use your frequency tuner. Change the channel. Tune in live on Thursday. Today's Wednesday for me. At 3:30 p.m. GMT, which is the Greenwich Mean Time. At that time, they will show you live what the scientists do. Is it going to be closer to midnight or further from midnight? Okay, I'm guessing for you all, now the story is easy. Right? So what do you guys think? Will the world get closer to doomsday or further away? I'm curious as to your opinions. That's pretty dark. I agree, Unpredictable Crow. It's a dark story. But you know what? Personally, I'll give you my opinion. I think, I'm hoping, of course, that it's getting further away. I agree with Padu. Getting further away. Santa says the same thing. It better not. Yeah. I think, our governments, some of our governments are pretty crazy. Some of our leaders are pretty crazy. But I think people, you and I, on a day-to-day basis, we're okay. I think we're getting fine. We understand we have differences. And hopefully we can respect each other's differences without having to kill each other. Right? Yeah, I hope so. Adele thinks it's getting closer. Oh, Freddie says getting further away. Yeah. Adele, I want to disagree with you. 1800 or 1800s? 1800. No S. No S, Sydney. Talking about time. So 1 p.m. is 1300. Not 1300s. No S. Any other questions? Roberto says, hi from Spain. Hola. You're the best teacher around the world. Gracias. All right. So at this point, we've studied the story. You've heard the vocabulary words. Hopefully it's easy to understand. Now, I'm going to read the story again. And I'm going to read it really fast, just like on the radio. So you can shut your eyes. I want you to listen to the story. And I want you to think about how much you understand. Are you ready? Here we go. Doomsday is nigh. Will the world end soon? It is expected that scientists will inch the infamous... I got to start over. I said the infamous. I should say the infamous. See, this happens. In the live recording, you can see my mistakes. In the podcast, they will have no idea. It will sound perfect. It's true. Now, to make sure I remember to edit, I need to clap, and then I will see the signal, and I will know to edit. All right, so let's do this again. I'm so embarrassed. Doomsday is nigh. Will the world end soon? It is expected that scientists will inch the infamous Doomsday Clock closer to midnight, signifying our progression to global annihilation. The clock is currently at 3 minutes to midnight. 00 hours means the end of humanity. Nuclear weapons were the main reason for our estimated demise, but now things like global warming, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence are also considered. To see if scientists do indeed think we are closer to the end, tune in live on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. GMT. There you go. Nobody's perfect. That's right, Nina. Nobody's perfect. Thank you. Doing a good job. You guys are very kind. I'm going to go through 2 questions, and I'm going to answer those questions. You guys can all listen. And then I will be ready to take some of your questions if you have any. Let's go here. It's time for some questions, and here are 2 great questions from our YouTube channel, Coach Shane's ESL. The first question is clothes, CLOTHES, and months, MONTHS. How do you say it? What's the proper way? Can we use some cancellation? Yeah. I know that I have made a video on those specific words, so you can actually search for months or clothes, and you should be able to find a video. But I'll tell you right now, the TH sound in American English is actually a weak sound. It's one of those weak sounds. And the S, along with the Z, is a strong sound. So the S or the Z tend to be very important sounds. I'll give you an example. You and I. We can say you and I, but usually we cancel the D. In that case, the N, which is also a strong sound, cancels the D. There are 3 strong sounds, S, N, L. And there are 3 weak sounds, D, T, TH. So if you have an S next to a DTTH, an N next to a DTTH, an L next to a DTTH, it is possible to cancel those sounds. Not always. It depends on the word, but in a common word like and, we almost always say you and I, you and I. There is no D. Internet, internet, international, international. We don't say internet, international. You can, it's perfect, but usually we cancel because of the N. So let's go back to clothes. CLOTHES. The TH is actually a vibrated TH. Clothe, clothe. And that can be a verb, to clothe someone. Here, with the S, clothes, we're talking about the clothing that we wear. So perfect pronunciation includes the TH. Clothes. Clothes. Okay, it's a smooth transition. That's right, Fernando. Don't trust that DTTH. But the Z sound allows us to cancel the TH. So clothes. Shane, nice clothes. Oh, where did you get new clothes? It sounds exactly like the verb CLOSE. Okay? So you can cancel the TH. It will make your life much easier if you need to say that word. Months, the same thing, MONTHS. Here, the TH is an aspirated, not vibrated. So months, months. But notice, we have the NTHS. The N and the S are really strong. The TH is weak, so we can cancel the TH. Months. I've studied English for 2 months. 2 months. 0 TH. Okay? Again, however, for ESL students, I highly recommend that you practice keeping the TH sounds. Cancellation for Americans happens naturally. We do not try to cancel the sounds. It just happens naturally. So, clothes. Those are nice clothes. How many months have you been here? How many months? Have you been here? Every American native English speaker can say it perfectly. They should be able to say it perfectly. And without thinking, we can also say, nice clothes. How many months you been here? Without the THs. So it's a great question. Thank you very much. Another quick question here. R-A-W. R-A-W. That is the most difficult word for me to pronounce. The R sound, the W sound, it's really tough. Yeah, I understand. And let me help you. I think I can help you a little bit here. So the R and the W are actually kind of like the opposite sounds. Ah, or in this case, the ah, A-W, sorry. The R and the A-W are actually opposite sounds. Ah. So when we do the R, the tip of the tongue is pointed up into the mouth, but not touching anything. And your tongue is a muscle, so use that muscle. Don't be relaxed. Don't do that. It's Still, many people have a problem. So, what I recommend if you have a problem, bring the tip of your tongue and put it on top of your mouth. And you can go back and forth. You can feel like from your teeth, and then there's a bump. It's called the alveolar ridge. And then it's really hard. The skin is hard like a bone. And then if you keep going back, the skin gets soft. You can see the bone ends and it's soft, right? Okay. If you can, point your tongue to the soft part. Don't touch anything. Keep your mouth kind of vertical. You can even put your hands on your cheeks, and you can even push and if your tongue is back all the way, pointed up, you should have an R sound. Yeah, you point it to the soft part, the upper soft part. It's not a beautiful R, but it is an R. So if you can do the front R, that's better. But if you can't, in America, when we have children, and sometimes children have speech problems, this is what we teach children, how to make the R sound. It goes back. Yeah, it's like an ER. It's a very dark sound. Now, the AW sound is the opposite. Take the tip of your tongue, and this time go to the bottom teeth. And feel the bottom teeth, and then go down, and then still you feel bone, right? And then if you keep going down, again, it gets really soft, right? So even down here, there's a soft part. Now, take the tip of your tongue and stick it into the soft part and drop the jaw, ah. And again, you can keep your hands on your cheeks, ah, ah, ah. Don't move your tongue. Keep it down there, ah, ah. That is the AW sound. So now let's try and put it together. Raw. When you go from the R to the AW, don't let the tip of your tongue touch anywhere except for the AW. Raw. Raw. It's a very vertical sound. It starts up on top with the R and ends down below with the AW. Raw. 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 It's not easy, but if you practice, you can do it. If you have a coach, I can't say nothing. I think, is that the question? I have to edit this out. If you have a coach, like we do for our perf and DDM classes, ask your coach to help you with that pronunciation. It is a tough one, but it's a good one. Yes, it is a jaw exercise. You got to exercise your jaw. Raw, raw, raw. Very good. Okay, let me take a question or two from the people on Periscope or YouTube. What's the best way to pronounce the her in the phrase hurt her? Do I need to cancel the H? Okay, so the word her, can we cancel the H? For example, I hurt her. Can we say, I hurt her? Actually, in that sentence, I wouldn't, because her is a context word. It's important. But if I said, I hurt her feelings, now we can actually cancel. I hurt her feelings. I hurt her feelings. Now, feelings is the context word. Hurt and feelings. Her, H-E-R, is one of the 7 H's. And the 7 H's are he, her, him, his, had, has, have. Those 7 words all begin with H, and they're very common in daily spoken English. And when those words are in the middle of a sentence, very frequently we cancel the H sound. If the word is at the beginning, we usually keep it. If the word is at the end, it's usually a context word, which means it's important and we would keep it. But when it's in the middle, many times we do cancel. Again, this is something you can hear and learn and practice in my DDM class. And on YouTube, it's for free. www.letsmasterenglish.com/TV, and then you'll see the daily dictation channel. So you can go there and watch it. I have a problem with flap T sounds. For me, I think it's like the flap T in city and body. Is it not the same? Okay, so it's a good question. So C-I-T-Y, city, and B-O-D-Y, body, aren't those sounds the same? Yeah, basically. They are different, but they're basically the same. For most of you, you can think of it as the same. The flap T is this, but only once. So the British pronunciation would be city, city, city. Not all British people, but some. City. And the typical American pronunciation would be city, city, city. That sound is much more similar to the D than the T. The flap T is very similar to a D. And I like the word little, L-I-T-T-L-E, and little, there's no such word, but we'll make it anyway, L-I-D-D-L-E, little. And I talked about this last week. You got vibration. Little, there's no vibration. Little, there is vibration. So there is actually a big difference. But when you say it fast, if you think D, you'll be okay. You'll be safe. Is Joaquin here? Joaquin! Joaquin has been with me from the beginning. It's good to see him. He's smiling. I'm Toru from Japan. Nice to meet you, Toru. Great to meet you. Could you please explain the mouth position? I'm not getting your full question. Sorry. 3 years, that's right. 3 years and going strong. Joaquin and Graciela, they recently made the most wonderful birthday video and Christmas and New Year's video for me. And they did it together in different countries. And it was so fantastic. And I'm just so proud of them. They're listening. Their speaking has improved so much. And I love Joaquin and Graciela. Those are my favorite types of students. They just did a really excellent job. So again, personally, I want to give you a personal thank you, Joaquin. I hope I didn't embarrass you. One more question. What is the harder accent to understand? Oh, it doesn't matter. British people have a hard time sometimes understanding Americans. Americans, because of television, Americans are lucky. Television and pop songs, movies, made in America, go all over the world. So people who are good at English usually have no problem understanding Americans. For me personally, Irish English, and I mean the country Irish guy, and I've met many Irish people. I'm Irish, but, my blood a long time ago. Irish English was so difficult to understand. And it's really tough. It would take me at least 5 minutes to tune my ears into Irish English. And remember, Irish English, it's not just the accent. Sometimes they use words that only Irish people use. So it's not just the accent, it's the vocabulary too. But Irish, that accent, for me, was pretty tough. Yeah. New Zealand, Australia, that can be tough. Some parts of the UK can be very tough. Scotland, I like the Scottish accent. That can be tough too. Yeah, so they're all tough. They're all tough. Okay. Actually, I'll stop there, but I'm just looking at a couple questions here. How can we form the inner part of our mouth to resonate better? Yeah. If you've ever played a musical instrument like a clarinet or a horn, you would understand how to vibrate. So if you ever have a chance, play, especially a woodwind. A wooden an instrument with a reed will really help you get the feeling for not just blowing, like a flute. Flute is more blowing. But with these other instruments, to me, and I'm not a musician, so maybe I'm giving the wrong information, but maybe it's the feeling of the instrument. You can feel, for me, I can feel the vibration. And once again, I'm probably speaking like an idiot. There's a couple of different vibrations. Sometimes you get vibration back here. Sometimes you get vibration back here. So different sounds have different vibration. The NG is back here. The N is up here. The best thing to do, put your tongue firmly on the alveolar ridge, or alveolar ridge, as Americans like to say. You can feel it almost in the nose. That's the N. Back here, air is not really coming through, but sound is coming through. That should give you the vibration. I hope that helps a little bit. There was another question I wanted to quickly answer from Rumboso. I have a problem to pronounce the word wood and general with the W. Yeah, the W sound is so tough. I just made a video on Coach Shane's ESL about the W and the V. So I encourage you to look up that video. It's on the Coach Shane's ESL channel. And practice. If you guys can give me specific questions like that, I will make videos. I have another request for I forgot what it is, but there is another video coming up soon. The difference between idioms and slang. If you ask an American what's the difference between an idiom and slang, they're probably not going to know. It's just casual speech. Slang we tend to say as words that have very specific meaning, sometimes in a specific area like sports, sometimes for a specific lifetime, like when my dad was young, they used this word, but now we use this word. So slang can change in time. It can change in specific areas. Idioms are words that say one thing and have a different meaning. So I could eat a horse doesn't actually mean you could eat an entire horse. It means that you're very hungry. And that's what an idiom is. Slang is informal. Grass is slang for marijuana. That's right. W's and V's. I'll do a video. That's the video I did. Yeah, W and V. Yeah, thank you. Rain like cats and dogs. Very good. Mermaid Man. Hi. Okay, I'll go ahead and finish up, guys. Once again, the Let's Master English podcast will go out tonight, probably late. It might be tomorrow. For you guys, it might be tomorrow. But it will also include the book club section and Country Shane. And I'm thinking about, I would love to include music. Wouldn't that be cool? It'd be like a radio show. I really would like to include music. So I'm considering that. In order to include music, I would probably have to host the podcasts on my own website. So that's expensive because of the internet bandwidth. So if we are able to grow more and more in the future, I will try to do that. How can I join the book club? Follow the newsletter, Johnny, and we give you the link in the newsletter. So you can send us an email, dailydictationmembers@gmail.com, and we'll give you the information. Which grammar book do you recommend? Absolutely. My favorite grammar book is this, Practical English Usage by Michael Swan. Brilliant. What book are you reading now? I'm reading 4 books right now. Do you really want to know? Hold on a second. One of them is for the audio book club. This is my copy of the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You can see I've read it many times. This is a new book that I got. I just started. It's Think and Grow Rich. It's a great book. This is a book I also read a long time ago, The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. It's good stuff. I have a business. I need to grow it. And for history, I'm reading a very controversial book called Cleopatra to Christ. It's old history, very controversial, but pretty interesting stuff. So that's what I'm reading. Yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm out of here. You guys have a fantastic day, evening, night, whatever it is, and I will see you again. Wine and war. I will see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Tell your friends. Now I got to figure out how to stop this stuff. Swipe down to stop. Take care, Periscope. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. My screen is so small, so it's hard to see and say hi to everybody. Thank you. Stop. No. Stop. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. Lots of people on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. Have a fantastic day.